So you got an old Dell Optiplex, kind of small form factor unit, kind of like this one, and you want to get the CPU upgraded. Well, you're kind of in luck on how to do that because it is quite easy. You just need to pop the top off like that, get this off, pop this open, then you need to unscrew the heatsink, because right here we got a Core i7, which we're going to put into this one that has a Core i5, 6500 to 6700. So, I'll be back in a sec once I'm done with that. So now that we've popped the heatsink off, now we're going to take our water pistol filled with rubbing alcohol. Spray that down. And wipe this CPU off. Like so. Voila. I'll take that off there. And I'll proceed to do the same thing with the heatsink. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. One more squirt. And by the way, the Lenovo Saurus, yeah, that's being put out to pasture. I completely screwed up the pins on the Mobo when trying to get the CPU out of it. So, which is this glorious Skylake 6700 i7. For gaming and media servers, or for gaming PCs and media servers, this is the creme de la creme. Here's the Core i5, so now we just pop that, bada bing. Let's make sure not to do the same thing on the Dell. And what you want to do is line up the notches. So on AMD systems, you'd see the arrow. On Intel, I think it's still an arrow. Oh, yeah. Arrow to arrow. While also lining up the notches. Oh. There we go. Need to open that up, put that in, and then we put the heat sink back on, close this up after we put on some thermal paste, which we will do now. Now this ain't PTM 7950. I ain't got that Salem Texperts money. I may almost consider myself the greatest visually impaired technician that ever lived. But that should be more than enough. Actually, I think I might have gone a little bit overkill. But who cares? Because all we know is it's gonna perform well. And this is the nostalgia box. I got Reunion or Reloaded 7 installed on here. Actually, I still have a spot here for an NVMe SSD. I probably could put in there for a bit more space. But we got a 500 gig Western Digital SSD. And let me plug that back in. A 160 gig Seagate and a 320 gig Samsung drive. Spinning mechanical. Those are all the media drives. Granted, this is the games drive, the most important one. So, yeah. Let's get the piece or the heatsink back on and boot her up. Now, the way you want to go about this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of do a little bit of each. Granted, I mean, this is more so for direct die CPUs. But this has just been a habit of mine. Let's see her boot up. It usually doesn't happen. well, we got a problem. But that's how you do a CPU upgrade.